Secret Service agent's daughter shares safety tips for women that her dad taught her. A TikTok user has gone viral after sharing her Secret Service agent dad's advice that she believes 100% saved her life. Lauren Bell from Pennsylvania shared her story in a series of videos posted to the social media platform and recalled that when she was growing up, her dad would always drill situational awareness into her head, telling her to always be aware of her surroundings, to question everything and question everybody. Taking TikTok viewers back to 2014, Lauren explained that the events took place as she was shopping at her local Marshall store, which was just 1 mile from her house, and offered her a false sense of security because she'd been there so many times before.
Okay, guys, I wanted to come on here and do a really quick story time about the time that I truly believe that my dad's advice will 100% save my life. So when I was growing up, my dad was always drilling into my head situational awareness. Know where you are all the time. If you are shopping and you are bumping into somebody multiple times, it is most likely not a coincidence. Question everything, question everybody, and pretty much always have your head on a swivel. So this is back in 2014. I am going shopping at the local Marshalls. It's in early September. It's Labor Day weekend. And I have been to this Marshalls probably 500 times. It's 1 mile from my house. So I already have like this false sense of security going there because I've been there so many times. So I'm walking around the store and I notice this man. And I noticed him first time in the purse. I was like, oh, okay, I didn't think anything of it at all. And then I run into him again in the women's clothing section. I was like, okay, like that's strange, but no big deal. But he did not have a shopping cart. So I noticed that he doesn't have a shopping cart, and I'm kind of like, okay, like not most men go in the store and get a shopping cart or a basket. So, all right, weird, but I'm just gonna keep my eye on it. My flags are up. So I'm in the home goods section and I don't see him, but I'm walking around like the wine glasses and stuff. And then all of a sudden I see him across the aisle from me in like the carpet section with the curtain stuff. And in his hand, he has, you guys know like the ropes that go around your curtains to keep them back. He has one of those ropes in his hand. So my sensors kind of went off at that point. I'm like, okay, maybe he's actually shopping. So I go and I get in line and I'm ready to check out. I turn around in line because I get this weird feeling that someone is just staring me down from behind. You know what I'm talking about? And I turn around and he is 2 people behind me with the curtain ropes in his hand, making a purchase. So now I'm like, okay, this is weird. Like he has curtain ropes, kind of strange. And I felt this like presence upon me. So I feel this presence and I just turn around and I just start staring him down. Like I make eye contact with him. And one of the things that my dad taught me was clothes can be removed, hair can be changed, but birthmarks and tattoos are always permanent. So I literally look this man up and down to see if I can find anything on him at all that if something happened to myself or somebody else that I would be able to identify him. So I did notice that he had an eagle tattoo on his right calf. So that's like one of the things that I wrote down in my little checkbox in my brain. So I go up to the counter, it's my turn to check out, and the woman at the counter was like, hey, do you want to open up a card? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I am going to open up a card because that takes about 10 to 15 minutes to open up a card. At that point in time, he should be checked out and on his way. So I end up opening up the card. It's been 10, 15 minutes. I do not see him absolutely anywhere at all in the store. So I'm feeling a little bit safer. So I'm going to walk out the store. And I'm on part number 4 now. So I look out the doors before I go out them. I don't see him anywhere. So I'm like, okay, I do not see him anywhere. It is about like 4:45 right now. I feel safe. I am home. There's a ton of people surrounding me. The stores are crazy. It's all good. But I know that parking lots and parking garages are one of the biggest places that women are usually taken from. So I'm walking out the door. I don't see him. Out of my right eye, so you know how like with Marshall sometimes like there's an alcove, so he was standing behind the alcove. Okay, out of my right eye I see him walking behind me. So I start to pick up my pace because I'm not going to walk with the same pace when someone's walking behind me. So I start to pick up my pace and he comes behind me and starts trying to talk to me. He was like, hey, I have an opportunity for you where you can make a ton of money. Why don't you come to my car? I have a flyer in my car right now. I want you to, be a He's like, I want you to be a model for me. This is a legit business opportunity. He's waving around $100 bill. He's like, look, like this is legit. Just come over, get the flyer, get the information. So my mind is in pure panic right now because I'm like, okay, if I get to my car and I get inside and I can lock the doors, I'll be safe. But then part of me was like, okay, if I get to my car and he gets my license plate and he is friends with anyone at all in the police department, he can get my address and come and find me later. Another part of me is like, if I turn around right now and I try walking backwards and he's behind me, this could end up bad in like a physical altercation. Now, the parking lot is completely full, but there is not a soul in sight in the parking lot at this exact moment in time. So all of a sudden, a car whips into the parking lot, 3 cars away from mine, and I start darting towards this car with my parking lot in the parking lot. Start running and sprinting with it to the car. This man turns around and bolts. So this man ends up bolting in the complete opposite direction so freaking fast, like a psychomaniac, starts running away because he knew at that point in time that there was now going to be someone else being a witness to what was going on. So it just goes to show that this type of stuff, guys, can happen anywhere, any place, any time of day. This, again, was a Sunday, 4:45, super close to home. And thank God that I was aware of what was going on in the store when he was following me and then, making better decisions to not go with him. He was trying to use money as a way to get me to go somewhere. And knowing that the only other option that I had at that point was causing a major scene, which I was 3 seconds away from just freaking out in the parking lot and finding, someone else near you, finding hope within strangers. So that's the story.
Lauren's story has racked up thousands of views, with TikTok users thanking her for sharing the details and her father's advice. Other videos posted on Lauren's TikTok see her sharing inspirational quotes from her dad, which include never turn your back towards the door, nothing good comes after 11 p.m., and never take a jog before 8 a.m.